Hi, my name is CTrietsch and I have two beautiful Honu ukulele here to show you. The Honu being the turtle that swims across the soundboard. Now the cool thing about these two ukuleles, I tried to build them the same, except for one major thing being the bracing system. So this one has a fan brace system, which is traditional, and this one's got what's called a Kasha brace system, which radiates out from the bridge. Now, I tried to keep as many variables as possible between the two of them constant so that we could get a good comparison between what a Kasha brace versus fan brace system does to the sound of an ukulele. Now, I'll do this video in 3 parts. So, first video will be sound sample for Keiki Honu. Second video will be sound sample for Makua Honu. And the third video will put it all together and try to answer that question, what does a fan brace ukulele sound like versus a Kasha brace ukulele? I had an incredible experience where I was able to live in Hawaii for a month, and while I was there, I met Vicente Archangel, who invited me to come build with him and his ukulele ohana in Wailua. I began building these two ukulele while I was there, and Vicente actually gifted me the Western Red Cedar tops and the Peruvian walnut back and sides that I use for both these ukulele. He also shared with me his modified Kasha bracing system and modified fan bracing system that I used in the designs for these two ukulele. And I'm super grateful for my time at Wailua Sky building and sharing aloha with them. In the meantime, let me show you these two ukulele. This ukulele is jam-packed with features to enhance its sound, playability, and looks, of course. I'm super excited to share it with you because they're things that I've been wanting to try out for a long time and thinking about for a while. So starting with the Keiki Honu, or the small turtle on the soundboard here, this is inlaid in 7 pieces of shell. That's mother pearl and abalone shell. There's also abalone shell dots or circles, I like to call them bubbles, trailing behind the turtle in the wake that it was swimming. And that was my mom's idea, to give the turtle a little bit of feeling of movement through the soundboard. And to pick up on that idea too, I did this herringbone purfling, which are almost like little wooden arrows pointing around. And a lot of people do the 2 strips where it comes together in the middle. I decided instead to do a continuous loop circling around the instrument. That way it kind of enhances the feeling of movement across the soundboard. As you get here, the arrows are going this way and the turtle's coming up around as well, and both of them are turning into the fingerboard. So it just gives a little more life and presence to the instrument and the design. The first thing you probably noticed looking at this ukulele is that there's no sound hole on the face. The sound holes are on the sides, both sides in this case. And I used my Peghead shape as the shape for the side sound holes, a little custom feature there. If you notice too, I reversed this one so that the long end was facing towards the back. That way when you look through like that, you can see that they line up and almost like a cookie cutter look like that. Came out looking really nice. The sound hole on the non-player side is a little bit higher. That way, in case you do play with the ukulele on your lap, it's not being covered. This one is facing right towards you, so the sound can slap you right in the face. You can also see all the braces in there, and this is how you change the strings. You feed the strings through, you pull them right out through here, tie a little knot, and pull the string back, and no problem. Easy stuff. Now, taking the sound hole off of the face, I think there's 2 major things to improve the sound of the ukulele. First is that the soundboard vibrates and produces sound, right? And people are very particular about what wood they want to use for the soundboard and how that'll contribute to the sound. So when you put a big hole in the center of it, you're losing all that real estate that was contributing to the sound, right? So isn't that a bad thing, right? And the other thing is that the strings are tethered here and here, and they're pulling with 40 or 50 pounds of tension on a tenor ukulele, and you're putting a big structural weakness right there where you need the ukulele to be strongest. So what builders then do is that they put 2 strong braces above and below, and usually on the left and right side too, to support that area so that it doesn't break. Those braces though dampen the sound of the instrument because they're thicker, larger than the braces normally are, and they go across the grain. So it pretty much kills the top half of your ukulele. Now you only have this much soundboard working. So why not get rid of the hole and add that much more wood to improve your instrument sound and the ability to produce the beautiful tone that you're looking for, and add some volume as well. The side sound holes are becoming super popular, and some people say that the sound, gives the player better feedback while they're playing because they could hear it a little better. And I think that's true. You can hear the instrument more, but it does have this big presence. You know, I could just kind of feel the ukulele playing over here, and I can feel it out over here, and it just fills the entire room, and somebody singing in front of you will still hear the same amount of volume as they would with the traditional, you know, designed ukulele. Now, without the side sound holes, if it was just the hole in the front, it does seem like there's less presence over here, you know, where you're sitting. You know, the ukulele really does seem like it's out over here. With the side sound holes, and in this case, the two holes seem to be the right balance of, you know, area for air to move in and out compared to just having one side. It just, the instrument still has presence here, but also has presence here and here and here, and just kind of fills the room better. So I love how the sound is. Of course, it's a little different sound, and might or might not be something that you love. Moving on to some more of the looks of the ukulele, we have the beautiful side position markers. You see those mother pearl blocks down the side? I did nice big block inlays between the frets, and down the fret lines I put black purfling lines. There's a black purfling line that runs all the way from the nut to the end of the fingerboard. And these block inlays, they have such beautiful, you know, color, and chatoyance, I think is the word. That's just so I could see it so much better, and it's just such a beautiful thing to look at while I'm playing, and I just love playing so much more because it looks so nice. But I've played in some venues in New York City where there's one in particular, there's red lights on stage, everywhere, it's red lights, even in the bathroom, it's so hard to see. And the little abalone dot that I had put on my Koa tenor ukulele that I generally perform with is so hard to see on the ukulele. And why make my job harder, my job while I'm performing? You know, I'm trying to enjoy playing. Why make it hard and unenjoyable because I'm struggling to see where I'm playing? Let's make it easy, especially my eyes are not the best, so make it easy for me to see, you know, if I'm standing here, if I'm wearing my glasses, or if I'm not. No matter what the light settings are, if it's kind of a dark room, I could still see these, and they pick up a lot of light. So I love how that looks, and the purfling lines, it just looks so sharp too. So something I've been wanting to do for a while. I wanted to keep the face of the fingerboard clean, and that little lip of the edge here, you know, that 1/16 inch of the binding that you see, that mother of pearl, it just gives a little asymmetrical look that, you know, I have in some other features like my bridge and my Peghead. So I like how that was able to give me position markers on the face and the side, a little bit of a asymmetrical kind of cool look to it. Talking about the fingerboard a little more with playability, I did a radius fingerboard, and the ebony fingerboard is just so buttery smooth, and it feels really nice. The radius, I did not too much because I wanted to, you know, feel it out, and I've generally played on a flat fingerboard in the past, so this was perfect, and I really love it. And I think it does improve my accuracy while I'm playing, having the radius fingerboard, especially when I'm, you know, barring with my middle finger or third finger, you know, on certain chords where I'm hitting the G and the C string. I just have more accuracy, less buzzing on the G string, less buzzing on the C string in those cases, and you know, not so much difference in the first two strings. It's really on barring or difficult positions when my hand is a little stretched or stressed out. So let's see what else I got going on here. On the back of the Peghead, I have two veneers on the face and the back. The back plate, the veneers kind of fade out into the neck, so you see the mahogany neck, and then there's about an 1/8 inch where the black veneer is coming out, and it makes a nice scoop around there. And then you get to the Peruvian walnut, which is a cutoff piece from the back of the instrument, just keeping it all kind of homogeneous and picking up the themes all over. The front has a really thin black veneer, and then I have a Purple Heart face, which kind of picks up the reddish color of the Purple Heart binding that, you know, has that nice kind of cool that blends into the Peruvian walnut, and everything just goes together really nicely. This bridge is kind of the Kasha style bridge shape is bell shaped, where it's wider on the bass side, thinner on the treble side, and those design that mirrors the bracing on the inside as well, because the idea is that the bass frequencies need they're slower, so they need something kind of pulling them down towards the bridge so the braces extend further up there, whereas the treble frequencies move faster, so they need things to kind of slow them down getting to the bridge, and a little thinner on that side, shorter braces with some stops in there. So a little bit about the theory of how the frequencies move through. All in all, it's a beautiful instrument. I love it very much. I'm so glad that I'm keeping it for myself. and I would love to show you what it sounds like. So let me play a couple, kind of finger picking type things and some strumming things so you can get a gauge of how the ukulele performs in a variety of settings.